My name is Daryl M. Mendoza. I am a BSAI student from Holy Cross College. Now, I want to discuss and share to all of you one of the famous work of art, namely The Last Supper. This artwork was created by the Italian High Renaissance Leonardo da Vinci between the year 1495 to 1498, and it is located on Santa Maria del Grisi, Milan. And based on my research that I was conducted, this work of art are the snapshot of the moment Christ tells his apostles that one of them will betray him. And if you have time to read the Holy Bible, you will see that event on the Gospel of John chapter 13 verse 21. And Jesus said that, "Very truly, I tell you, one of you is going to betray me." The Last Supper is a large fresco-like portrait at the aspect of a wall in an eating corridor of a monastery. Last Supper also is depicted in this ritual meal as a religious ceremony, and Christ is very much the focal point of the entire piece, and we have a sense of asymmetrical symmetry as he flanked by his disciples. There are 13 people in all, including our Lord Jesus Christ, and we can see, presumably, the figure of Judas Iscariot to the right of Jesus Christ, as he was still present at the meal. Some have theorized that Mary Magdalene was sitting to the left of Christ in the painting, but this is a contradiction since there had to be 12 disciples and she was not one of them. And for my personal reflection, the Last Supper was very important form of art because for me, it will remind all of us on what our Lord Jesus Christ done on this world for we to have a knowledge on life after death. Our God gave His one and only Son for us, for we to have an assurance that someday we will reign in the Lord's kingdom in heaven. And as a Christian, always take in our mind that through faith in Jesus Christ, we are one with God. All we need to do is to continuing His mission to transform the world, like the different apostles from the work of art of the Last Supper. And now, let's answer what is the impact of this artwork on me. The art of Last Supper has a big impact on my life because personally, it reminds me on one of the very important things that all of us must need to do. It is to remember that last 2,000 years ago, there are one God that sacrificed His life because of our sin. And as a Christian, all we need to do is to remember that sacrifice every time we have gathering through bread and cup, symbolizing His body and blood.